the Indiana Fever are that golden destination, and I can't help but laugh to the fans and the people online and the media commentators, unfortunately, who said that nobody wanted to play in Indiana. That doesn't make any sense.
Remember when Sheryl Swoopes had a lot to say about the Indiana Fever? Well, DeWanna Bonner just ended her 6-month Twitter silence, and she didn't come back with a casual "Hey, I'm back" post. No, she returned with a statement so powerful it sent shockwaves through the entire WNBA. Not only is she officially signing with the Fever, but she's also shutting down one of the most ridiculous narratives floating around the league: the idea that Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever fans are somehow toxic. That myth. Consider it destroyed.
And also joining a team that's just impressive. I think everybody's seen the second half of their season, and it was an unbelievable season, and I just felt like they had a dynamic core, and I just wanted to be another puzzle piece into what they had, and hopefully I can give my knowledge, my leadership, and give it to these young players, so when I retire they can pass it along.
She's also joining a team that's simply impressive. Everyone saw their second half performance last season. It was unbelievable. I felt like they had a dynamic core, and I just wanted to be another puzzle piece in what they're building. Hopefully, I can bring my knowledge and leadership to these young players so that when I retire, they can carry it forward. You might be thinking, wait a minute, isn't this the team no one supposedly wants to play for? The one players are allegedly avoiding. Well, Bonner isn't buying into that nonsense. She saw the baseless takes from Sheryl Swoopes, the endless social media debates, and the tired talking points that have been circulating since Clark entered the league. But instead of sitting back and letting it slide, Bonner decided it was time to shut it all down and tell the truth.
What it do, peeps? Sheryl Swoopes has been missing. Sheryl Swoopes is MIA. They got a APB out for Sheryl Swoopes. If you see Sheryl Swoopes, she did a lot of talking a few months ago about the Indiana Fever, the locker room environment, how people didn't want to play there, how people wanted to leave.
From the moment DeWanna Bonner put on an Indiana Fever jersey, she sent shockwaves through the WNBA, and it's not hard to see why. She's not just here to play, she's here to lead, with one mission in mind: turning the Fever into a legitimate championship contender. But amidst all the excitement surrounding her signing, one name keeps coming up in every conversation: Caitlin Clark. Every time Bonner talks about her new squad, you can see the enthusiasm in her eyes when she mentions the rookie sensation who has already taken the league by storm.
She's just a smart player. You already see what she's done in her rookie season, and I think she gets the ball to people in the right positions that help them be successful, so that's huge. And I'm hoping that I can give her a little bit more leadership and knowledge for her to understand this league a little bit better. And like I said, when playoffs hit, she'll be ready.
If you're wondering why this interview made such an impact, it's simple. WNBA veterans don't usually hand out this kind of praise to first-year players. Rookies are expected to prove themselves, earn their keep, and maybe, just maybe, get a shout-out from a legend. But Bonner, she couldn't stop raving about Clark's court vision, her game-changing ability, and the excitement of sharing the floor with her. That speaks volumes. Bonner has played alongside legends, battled against Hall of Famers, and won championships. So when she says a young player is special, you know she sees something brewing in Indiana.
I'm sure there were plenty of teams going for your services, DeWanna, so why was this the right opportunity for you?
I just feel like it was the location for one. My kids are literally right up the road, and I've spent a lot of time away from them, so that and the core that they have here now is just kind of want to fit in, and be another piece of the puzzle, and hopefully bring the
Interviewer: I'm sure plenty of teams were vying for your services, DeWanna. So why was this the right opportunity for you? Bonner: I just feel like it was the right fit. The location, for one. My kids are literally right up the road, and I've spent a lot of time away from them. That was a big factor. And then, the core they have here now. I just want to fit in, be another piece of the puzzle, and hopefully bring energy, dynamism, and help take us to another level in the playoffs. Now, let's clear something up. Bonner's decision to sign with the Fever wasn't just about basketball. Moving closer to her children was a key factor, and that's completely understandable. But let's not pretend that was the only reason. When Bonner looked at Indiana's young core, Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Lexi Hull, she saw something undeniable. It wasn't just talent, it was hunger, grit, and a team ready to break through. The Fever's fight during their playoff push last season stood out to her, and she knew she wanted to be part of that journey.
We're hungry. I think we're a hungry group, so I'm just excited to get out there with everybody and get the final roster. I'm pretty sure there's more things in the works in free agents, so I'm just kind of sit back and waiting, but I can't wait for April 27th is training camp. I got to mark down and get out here with everyone and set our goals and what we want to do.
If there's anyone who understands what it takes to win in the postseason, it's DeWanna Bonner. She holds the WNBA record for most playoff minutes and games played. She's been in the trenches, survived elimination battles, and lifted trophies. When a player of her stature sees potential in a team and actively chooses to join them, it's not a decision made lightly. It's a calculated move, because she sees something real.
She's just a smart player. You already see what she's done in her rookie season, and I think she gets the ball to people in the right positions to help them be successful, so that's huge. And I'm hoping that I can give her a little bit more leadership and knowledge for her to understand this league a little bit better. And like I said, when playoffs hit, she'll be ready.
And Bonner isn't here just to be another veteran presence. She's here to change the culture. She's already talking about bringing a championship mindset to Indiana, raising expectations, and pushing her teammates to levels they haven't reached before. The only real question isn't if she'll make an impact, but how massive that impact will be.
Our first game in Indiana, we gotta get a win.
Picture Bonner stepping onto the court with this young, hungry Fever squad. Aaliyah Boston dominating the paint, Caitlin Clark running the show, and Kelsey Mitchell lighting up the scoreboard. Bonner's presence takes them to another level. Her versatility allows her to defend, score, and serve as the veteran leader guiding them through the highs and lows of a WNBA season. This isn't just about adding another talented player. It's about shifting the entire identity of the team.
What excites you the most about this team that you're going to be joining?
I mean, they have dynamic pieces in CC and Kelsey Mitchell and AB, Lexi Hall. I mean, they have a great core, so why not just add to that and try to, take us to the next level in the playoffs. They were in first round, and I played against them in the first round, and the way they came back the second game, it just makes you excited to, okay, I want to be a part of that. They didn't lay down and quit. They came back and actually try to beat us, that next game.
What's truly impressive is how much Bonner is investing in her new teammates. She's not just showing up and going through the motions. She's studying game film, talking strategy, and figuring out how to elevate Clark, Boston, and Mitchell to their highest potential. She sees the Fever as a puzzle, one that's almost complete. And she just might be the final piece that turns them into something truly unstoppable.
Like I said, hopefully I can make her job a little easier and she can make mine a little easier. But I think she's a great person, and we've been kind of connecting here. We had a great workout this morning, and it was fun. She's a fun kid.
Let's talk about DeWanna Bonner's chemistry with Caitlin Clark. Bonner has played alongside some of the greatest guards in WNBA history, but she sees something truly special in Clark. It's not just her deep shooting range or her ability to set up teammates, it's her relentless competitive drive. Clark approaches every game like she has something to prove, and Bonner respects that mentality. She's already thinking of ways to help Clark elevate her game to an even higher level. And considering Clark is already smashing records left and right, that should send chills down the spine of every team in the league.
Kind of went on this crazy run, and they were the most well-gelled team at that time. They went from the bottom straight, and they just kept trending. And it was like one of those teams like, man, you don't want to really see them in the playoffs. So we got the matchup, and I think our experience helped us very well. But that second game, they came out, and it was like, they just kind of went on this trajectory that was just like on the rise, and literally Fever on the rise during right after All-Star. So that's exciting. That's exciting for me to see, and that kind of helped me with my decision.
Last season gave us glimpses of what the Fever could become. Their late season surge showed promise, but now with Bonner in the mix, the stakes have changed. This isn't just about growth anymore. It's about winning. Bonner understands what it takes to build a championship team, and she's bringing that knowledge to Indiana's young, hungry roster.
That experience to a young, maturing team, what can you provide?
I'm hoping that I can provide a little bit of leadership, but I feel like they're a team that last year helped them a lot and understand the dynamics of playoffs. It's a whole different ball game when playoffs come, and I feel like they're a young team, but they're a good team, and hopefully I can just provide the knowledge and explain playoffs to them a little bit better so we can be better prepared and don't get punched in the face the first game. And it's hard to come back when you do that the first game. It's hard to come back and try to win 2 straight against a veteran team. So I think they got it.
Think back to that intense playoff push the Fever made last year. They showed grit, resilience, and flashes of brilliance, but what they lacked was experience. Someone who's been through deep playoff runs, knows how to handle high-pressure moments, and can lead a team when it matters most. That's exactly what Bonner brings to the table. She's not just excited to team up with Clark. She's determined to make her even better. Clark took the league by storm as a rookie, but in Bonner's eyes, she's only scratched the surface of what she can do. That's serious praise from a player who has watched the WNBA evolve for years. Bonner sees Clark not just as an elite shooter or playmaker, but as the type of player who makes everyone around her better. And with Bonner's veteran presence guiding her, the possibilities are limitless.
How important was familiarity and those relationships as you're making this decision?
It's huge for me because I do have 2 kids and I want to be comfortable and I want to make sure that I'm going to be taken care of, on and off the court. So Steph just made it easy. I don't have to learn a whole new system in year 15. So that's huge. And I feel like they just put me in great positions on the court that makes me successful and took my game to a different level.
But Clark isn't the only one who will benefit. Aliyah Boston, Indiana's young star in the paint, is about to take her game to new heights with Bonner mentoring her. Boston is already on track to become a dominant force in the WNBA, and having an experienced veteran like Bonner in her corner will only accelerate her development. And let's not overlook Kelsey Mitchell, one of the most underappreciated scorers in the league. With Clark drawing defenders and Bonner creating space, Mitchell could be gearing up for the best season of her career.